And hello to you guys out there, guys and girls. It's another week with Ghost Critic, and what a week of comics it has been. So much so that I'm going to have to do two, because there's a particular issue that I really want to talk about. I have been waiting for this issue for months. Ever since I heard that this milestone in this title was coming up and all the exciting things that were going to happen within it, I was so absolutely stoked, and it was just like, oh come on, hurry up, I want to get this issue, it's going to be the best. And it really didn't disappoint in so many aspects. I am of course talking about Fables number 100. Oh my god, this was such a good issue. This lived up to its hype and far excelled it, in my opinion. It is so full of imaginative, exciting, in a way experimental type stuff that you wouldn't normally see. I mean, let's get it straight off the bat. It's just like huge big up praise to these creators of this title. I mean, Bill Willingham, Mark Buckingham, they've been on this title for forever, since its inception, and I have just loved every step of the way. This, why are you not reading this title? Vertigo has been having its ups and downs lately, and I've been a bit worried at times. Some of the titles that I was really thought would fly off the shelves have just done nothing, and people are getting a bit worried about Vertigo. But purely for this title alone, Vertigo should just go on and on and on. Let's get straight in there. Fables 100, this is the battle we have been waiting for. This is the Darkman Dulladan and Frototenkinder Bellflower head to head. This is a battle to save the Fables. This is their future in one woman's hands, and she really does go for it. We get a huge gamut of fighting styles here, you know. They start off quite quietly with their little magic. Dulladan chucks in some recreated monsters made out of ash and stone and all this, and she just throws them off. Then she attacks him with these golden piranha fish. They turn into these big dragons and start biting each other, and it's just what's the word I'm thinking of? See, this is how excited I've been about this title. The banter between the two of them throughout the story is just spot on. The Darkman continually trying to goad Bellflower into, you know, fearing that she's not going to be able to do with this, because this is going to feed him and give him more power. But she's not giving him this opportunity. She knows this is her last battle. After this, it's all over. She whatever happens, she's either going to die or she's going to win, but then she's just going to make a quiet exit and leave the Fables alone now, which, you know, we hope that will never happen. So eventually, after all this fighting, it almost looks as though she's done her job. What we have is, you know, she throws loads of sugar down his throat to make him throw up all the teeth he's eaten because these teeth from the people he's destroyed and killed are giving him more power. So without those, he's weakened, and just at that moment, she encases him in gold, which is one of his weaknesses, and then the crow flies down and breathes fire out of his mouth and solidifies all this gold, and here we have a gold statue of one of their arch nemesis, and all's done and dusted, or so we think. Of course, with Fables, the end of that is never quite what we expect, and all the best for it. Obviously, he escapes from this golden case and goes for one last battle, which it appears Bellflower dies in, but of course she's faked her own death. She's made sure that the Darkman has got the least amount of power. He's almost withered away, and he's going to have to go away now and try and get back all his strength. So that gives the Fables a chance now to leave the Monday world and go back to the homelands where they were initially exiled from. I'll get back to that topic in just a second. The whole story that goes right through the title, but within that we have lots of gorgeous, juicy little bits from all the rest of the characters. This isn't just a Darkman, Bellflower battle and that's all we get. No, obviously Willingham, you know, and Buckingham, they want to have everybody in there. So in there we also have, you know, Big B's on the side. He looks like he's on the sidelines, but he's actually on the rooftops with sharpshooters. Why that's going to help, I don't know. I suppose it's some sort of backup plan. But he's there, he's waiting just in case Bellflower doesn't finish the Darkman off. Another side storyline, we've got Beauty and the Beast and the birth of Beauty's baby. We've already had a little sneak of what this baby could become with Bellflower, Frau Totenkinder, when she gave the Beast this baby pyjamas, but it had lots of different legs on it. So Beauty has this baby. It's beautiful, it's perfect, or so we think. And there are some lovely cameos from people like Nurse Sprat and the ding-dong they have with Snow White, where Snow White, you know, she tells it like it is, you know. If you're going to be a bitch and you're ugly, you're not going to be liked. If you're beautiful and you're going to be a bitch, you probably could get away with it a little more. And this is the life lesson that, you know, she tries to give to Nurse Sprat. So like, fine, you know, this is what you've been given, this is what you look like, make the best of it, you know, be nice and then people will like you rather than just being a bitch and fat and ugly, is what she's basically saying, which is harsh, but and I don't really think this has helped the situation. As we see at the end when the Darkman slithers off, or, you know, he goes off to build his power up, he comes across Nurse Sprat. She's been left behind after everyone's gone back to the homelands, and he basically entices her to come and work for him and gives her 3 wishes, all her delights that she would want. She wants to be beautiful, she wants someone to love, you know, she wants to be the envy of everybody, and this is what the Darkman is going to give her if she comes to work for him. And I'm sure we'll get back to that very far down the line. What else happened in this? Oh, I mean, that was the whole big story at the start, but that isn't what all Fables was about. This is the only little bits that kind of disappointed me, but, you know, I mean, this issue alone, I mean, if you're in America, it was what, $9.99. It cost me, because I'm in the UK, £7.50, and that's quite a lot of money to pay for one issue. But when you're getting this much, well, you know you're getting your money's worth. But it was the puppet theatre and the board game that had been hinted at for months on end. I really, really hope, not that I would have taken it out, but I was hoping it would have been, you know, you could take it out, you could actually build this puppet theatre, or you could pull it out and you could play this board game. But it is just on the paper, and I don't know, buy another issue and rip it to shreds, I don't know, if you're that mad, or photocopy it and ruin the binding, you know. So those 2 bits did kind of let me down a little bit, but, you know, there's a price to pay for this, so as well, what else? There is so much to talk about with this issue. After the whole main story, then we get a little short about Thumbelina. She's now in Haven, in Flycatcher's kingdom, and Flycatcher's saying, you know, we'll be careful about you because you're also so little bitty small. And if you're careful with us, and all the time she's chatting up, or some bloke is trying to chat Thumbelina up, and of course while they're all distracted and they're not really listening to Flycatcher, Thumbelina gets caught by one of an eagle that swoops down and takes her away. Hopefully we'll come back to that and find out where Thumbelina's been taken to, and probably her little paramour who's been flirting with her will probably go off and try and save her. Then we have some nice little tiny little stories, the celebrity Q&A. We get, let's see, four questions by celebrities within, you know, the media comic world. We've got who writes the Fabletown comics, so can I have Snow White's number, what did Buffkin get up to after he'd killed Baba Yaga, and a little Geppetto and Pinocchio kind of origin story, if you want to call it that. They're all beautifully drawn, they're exciting, they're funny, they're light-hearted, and then we end with another little kind of vignette of the three blind mice off to trying to find haven and get their riches for being what they think they're being heroes for surviving this Fables battle from earlier, which they had absolutely nothing to do. But as no one's told them they're not going to get all these riches, they must be getting them. This was just the best read. I mean, if this is gonna, when I do like my top 10, I swear this is going to be very high at the top. I hope you guys enjoyed it and was excited over it as much as I was. I'd love to hear what you guys thought of it. I just love it. I can't give it any more praise than I already have. Some big shout outs to some of the artists, especially Chrissy Zulo and let's see, Joha Rosas. Their beautiful painted work on that Thumbelina story and the Three Blind Mice was just beautiful. I mean, not that any of the rest was ugly to look at. It's all drawn so perfectly, and we get lots of different styles in there as well from other creators. Please, if you haven't gone and picked this up yet, or you haven't read it, why the hell not? Get on it now, and I'm just so excited now about where this is going to lead to, because obviously they're all going back to the homelands, which is where they basically started from, and this is something I wanted to get back to. Was they all seem a bit sad about going back to the homelands, but wasn't the whole point right at the start? They were basically exiled from the homelands because of Geppetto and his tyrannical reign there. But now he was defeated many issues ago. Why were they not thinking about going back anyway? This is where they're from. It's their homelands. But they seem very disappointed, and the mayor has obviously told Bigby, go out to the Monday world, find us somewhere else to live. This obviously is a very special place to us, and obviously they're quite happy being in our world, and good on them. Love this issue, and as they say at the end, here's to another 100.